Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tashayla Elise, and I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be a little life update because it's been a minute since I've came on here and created content for you guys, and I plan on coming back full force. So I'm going to be giving you guys a life update as to where I've been and what's been up with me. So we really could jump back the full 3 years, back to 2021, when I initially started my YouTube channel with the purpose of just sharing my college journey with you guys. However, that journey was very short-lived, okay? Very short-lived. So if you're ever wondering why you guys no longer got college content, that's why. My college journey on campus at North Carolina A&T was short-lived, okay? And coming fresh home from campus, I was ready to spill the tea, do a little story time on my experience, da-da-da-da-da. But honestly, it's been, what, 3-4 years now, and I just don't feel the need to do all of that. Plus, I honestly don't want to relive it. So we're going to leave that in Greensboro, North Carolina. Amen. Since we're on the topic of education, I'm just going to go ahead and update you guys on what's going on with my education. So I'm currently pursuing my associate's degree at my local community college. I am majoring in early childhood education, which is very different from what I was majoring in at North Carolina A&T. At North Carolina A&T, I was majoring in kinesiology. I had the plans of being an athletic trainer. However, I've taken a completely different route, clearly, and I'm pursuing early childhood education. As you all may or may not know, I graduated in 2021. So according to society, I should have graduated this year, actually. However, where I am at my community college, I am about halfway done with completing that. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like, seeing my graduating class graduate and, you know, have all the graduation parties and all the graduation pictures and all of that, it kind of made me feel a little way. I'm not gonna lie, because it's kind of like, dang, like, that should be me if I would have stuck with it, and, you know, that could have been me. But I also have to realize that just because society puts you on this timeline of you should be done in 4 years, like, that's not everybody's story, and that's not my story, clearly. So I just have to be okay and just be accepting of that, and that's what I'm honestly learning to do. I'm not ashamed of my journey at all. I just feel like as long as I complete it, who are you to tell me how long it's supposed to take me? As long as I get the job done, what matters? But however, that's that spirit of comparison, which is very, very strong, especially on our generation. However, we just have to remind ourselves that everybody's timeline, everybody's journey is completely different. A lot of times in life, we put ourselves on this timeline of when we need to have things completed, or we have to have kids by this time, be married by this time, buy a house, move, start your career, finish school. We put this all on the timeline, and then when we aren't hitting these milestones or marking these things exactly like we plan them on our timeline, we end up getting discouraged. And so we have to give ourselves some grace, okay? Everybody's story, everybody's timeline is different, but we just have to understand that we're not even in control of our timeline. So we just have to trust the process and just do what we're supposed to do and stop putting times on things. So with that being said, yes, I am still pursuing my degree. It's on a little pause at the moment. However, I truly believe I will be back and better really, really soon. So with that being said, you guys will be going on that journey with me. And so, yeah. And although I have not completed my degree, I have still been working, okay? My dream is to be a pretty princess and just, you know, be a stay-at-home daughter, you know, like, but that's not my reality, okay? It's not my reality. I have been working, I have been employed at my job for, it'll be 4 years, actually in a couple of weeks, actually, which is crazy because I've never really stayed at a job for no 4 years, and I never see myself staying at a job for 4 years, but I've done it, so it's possible. So yes, the last 4 years I have been giving myself a little teaser of what my life in education is going to look like. And I just want to say, go ahead and start flooding it with the prayers now, because I'm gonna need them, okay? I'm just getting a little smidge, a a little appetizer on what I'm going to be experiencing. And girl, but no, on a serious note, like I'm grateful for the experience, because it's kind of like a tester to know if like this is actually what I'm really passionate about and what I really want to do. So I'm grateful for my job and being able to get a little preview of what I am getting myself into before I'm fully like committed to it. And I'm not gonna lie, these 4 years have not been easy. I did not work at my job last summer because I mentally needed a break. Like, I needed a break. Like, I fully understand why there's so many teacher burnouts, why there's not enough teachers, why there's a teacher shortage. I totally understand that because I have already experienced it firsthand. I'm not even really, I'm in my field, but I'm not really full-time in my field, if you get what I'm saying. So that was a little scary for me, I'm not gonna lie. I was rethinking my major, like, should I be switching to something else, because I've already experienced what I could possibly experience when I fully commit. So it's like, do I want to put myself through that? You get what I'm saying? Like, do I actually want to deal with this? Because I'm getting a little taste now, but it's probably going to be harder to deal with, or it's probably going to be a little heavier when I fully get into my career. And so I just was kind of like reevaluating my decision with my major. Is this the career that I actually want to be in? And I am pretty confident that this is the career that I am meant to be in. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I definitely have my doubt, because although teachers and people in education, although we don't work 12-hour shifts in a warehouse, and we're not, you know, we may not be, it may not be physical wear and tear on our body, but like mentally it can be a battle, because you're trying to be everything for 25 kids and you're one person, and it's just like there's only so much you can give. But it's like you always have to, we're always giving, we're pouring into the kids in any way, shape, or form. Not even just education. I feel like that's what people who don't understand, is that it's more than education. It's just being in education is very draining mentally, which is why we have teacher shortages, because it's mentally exhausting. And when you're not, although it's not physically exhausting, I don't know if y'all have ever been like mentally exhausted, but that is very tiring. And having to show up every day, not just for yourself, but for 25 other little people, like, you truly have to be passionate about doing that, because it's not easy at all. So because I've experienced that already, I kind of, like I said, I was kind of rethinking my life choices, and if I actually wanted to possibly deal with that again and have to feel that again. But it's important to take breaks and not bring work home with you, which is really hard, especially when you bond and create connections with your students. And sometimes it's hard to disassociate work from real life. Sometimes they clash. So honestly, y'all, in this last like year or two that I've taken a break from YouTube, I've honestly been in a season of finding myself. Right now society tells me that I should halfway at least have my life together. However, that is not Tashella's case, okay? That's not Tashella's testimony. But like I said earlier, because of society putting us on this timeline of when we should have things completed and things like that, you start to think that you're behind. And that's not it. Like, I just turned 22. I'm young, like, and I just have to extend grace to myself for mistakes and extend grace for growth that's happening. Because I'm not always gonna get it right, and that's okay. Like, I'm learning that that's okay. So yeah, I'm currently in this season of just finding myself, just navigating through life, because at one moment you can feel like you have life figured out and you're going in the right direction, and the next moment life is very chaotic, okay? As we say, life be lifing, and it's just in a matter of a freaking snap that life can just switch for you. So yeah, I've been in a learning season. I am still in a learning season. Yeah, I'm just really in a season of extending grace to myself, because in life I feel like we give grace to everybody else. We give everybody else multiple chances, but as soon as we feel a way about ourselves, we beat ourselves up. We don't extend grace to ourselves. So I'm currently in a season of growing and extending grace to myself. Yes, your girl is back, and I am coming back because really the same reason I initially started this channel, to document my growth as a young adult. And although the college part that I initially started the channel for kind of didn't go as planned, my life's still going. Like, life is still going for me, so why stop? You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to document my journey as a young adult, and I hope you guys are ready for the ride along. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
High volume. Am I really that much?